Hey girls, Cosmetic Queens here. Welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So in today's video, we're just going to go over 10 plus tips on how to get sweat-proof makeup. I'm going to be going through and doing my makeup and explaining each step and process and tips on what you can do to have sweat-proof, long-lasting makeup. I'm also going to run my errands, come back, and show you all how my makeup lasted. Just stay tuned and keep on watching. Hey girls, while I'm doing my makeup, I'm going to show you ways to get sweat-proof makeup. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to start with skin. Like, it's the most important thing to me personally. So I do have dry combination skin, so I'm going to start with moisturizing my skin. I always do. I wouldn't suggest it for somebody who has oily skin, because I feel like that's like adding more product on your face and you don't really want to do that. So I'm gonna start, I always start by moisturizing with this Palms cream. This is like the OG in my household. I love it so much. So and just add a little bit. I'm not gonna add too much because I do live where the weather could be, it's weird because the weather could be like dry but also humid at the same time. Like, depending on what day it is, it's really strange. So I just do this. And I will say, you also want to start with a clean face and clean hands, because your fingers can get, your oils in your fingers could transfer to your face, and you don't want that. So the next thing, I like to start with a really good primer. Yeah, so I have a couple of primers here that's pretty good, and I'm gonna show you. So for primer, my go-to is, my favorite is the Milk Makeup Hydra Grip Primer, and I love it. It's like a jelly substance, and I'll just put a little bit on my finger so you can see. It's like this. I really like it, and the way I like to apply this, I just like to pat it on the skin, and especially in the areas that you sweat. I usually sweat on my forehead because, like I said, I have dry combination skin, so I just go ahead and pat that in. I really like it. And another primer I like to use is the NYX Cosmetics Hydra Touch, and for me, like I said, having dry combination skin, this prevents me from sweating while also keeping me hydrated. So this is amazing. Like, I thought because it's like it keeps you hydrated that you would be like crazy oily. It keeps the makeup on your skin. Like, so I really enjoy this, and I really like Elf's primers. Excuse me, this has been all up in my makeup case. This is like a long-lasting matte primer, which I really like. And if you can see just the way the primer looks, you can't really see through the camera, but it just looks like it's like dry primer, and it goes on the skin like really dry as well, and I love it. And it, like, once you put it on, it's like it just gives you a coat of dryness, like that's really nice, and it makes your face feel like you're painting a canvas on. Like, this really feels amazing. So I would definitely suggest these three primers. You guys can't see, but I would definitely suggest those three primers. There are obviously other primers that work really well. Just, you just have to find what primer exactly works for you. But for someone, me, who has dry combination skin, I like those three primers so far. So after we do the face, we're gonna go into the foundation. So for foundation, you want a long wearing foundation and a mattifying foundation, something that will last on your face without any transfer or moving around. So for my foundations, I'm definitely I really like this Revlon, and I'm not going to show you the bottle, it's just so trash. It's bad, but it's the 24-hour Revlon Colorstay, and I got the normal to dry one because, like I said, I have combination dry skin. I also like Fenty Beauty's Pro Filt'r soft matte longwear foundation. This is pretty good. Like, I love it. This will stay on your face all day. It is kind of heavy, so I would definitely suggest, like, if you were going out somewhere at like dinner or something, it's very heavy foundation, but this will last all day, and if you use a good primer, it'll prevent you from sweating. So another foundation I really like is the Nars mattifying foundation. This is amazing. It's long wear. It stays on your face. It really like grips to your skin. Like, I could be out all day sweating and I know that foundation is gonna stay on my skin. Long wearing foundations, like all of them have like the bamboo powder in it, so it definitely adheres to your skin and it will stay on your skin. These are just 3 foundations that I really like. If you have oily skin, definitely get a mattifying foundation. I have dry combination skin, so I still like to get a mattifying foundation. I'm going to use my Nars mattifying foundation, and I'm just going to put a little bit on my hand, just like this. Start by just going on the outside of my face with the foundation. If you sweat in your T-zone, then it's best to kind of start on the outside with your foundation and then work your way to the center of your face, kind of like the leftover foundation. Just put like under your eyes and just build up on it. You don't have to pump a whole bunch of foundation on your face, you know, and then like, you know, just slide it all around your face. You kind of want to be strategic the way you put your foundation on your face, so definitely start the outside and then work your way, you know, in the middle, you know, into the middle of your face. So I just slowly do this. You know, I mainly sweat on my forehead, so I'm not going to put a whole bunch of foundation on my forehead. I just start with like my entire face, and then I, you know, do the rest of it. So, and next we're gonna get into setting sprays. You can conceal if you want. Definitely I would suggest using a mattifying concealer. I really like to use the Nars Radiant Concealer. I really love it. It works well for me. I know Fenty Beauty has some mattifying concealers as well, and then you can also use I really like LA Girl Pro Concealer. That isn't really mattifying, but it's a creamy concealer, but it's not oily, so I like those 3 concealers. So here is what my LA Girl Pro Concealer looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my Nars Creamy Foundation, and I'm just going to put a little bit in the center of my face. So I went ahead and added a concealer onto my face. I like to use the Fix Plus setting spray. There are polymers in it that literally hold the makeup in place. I also like to use the Milani Make It Last setting spray. This is very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, which I really like, but this will make your face a little dewy, so I suggest don't using this if you have oily skin. But for me, I have dry combination skin. I definitely love the Dewy setting spray. I also like the One Size Beauty setting spray. I cannot find it right now, but that works amazing. Like, it works amazing, so I definitely would suggest that. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face with Fix Plus, and that just holds it right in place. So for setting powders, so it really depends on, you know, what you're looking for, but I really love to use the Laura Mercier setting powder. This is amazing. It just leaves my skin so nice and smooth. And I also sometimes like to use the pressed powder if I want like a more natural kind of like refined look. So I go ahead and apply it to my T-zone in the areas that I usually sweat. So I just pat it down, and then I also put it on my forehead because that's where I usually sweat. So I just usually do that. And then around my mouth, just, you know, pat it the areas where you sweat. I actually seen something on TikTok where this girl, she literally put her setting powder, like she put a lot on her face. So maybe I'll try it in another video, but she put her setting powder like under her face, just like this, or under her eyes, and then she put it on her nose, put a little bit on her forehead, did her mouth, and then let me put a lot more. She put a lot on her mouth like this. And then she took pressed powder and she put the pressed powder over it. So after you put your translucent powder on, you put your pressed powder over your translucent powder, just like this. And that literally locks in the moisture, or it locks in that concealer, it locks in that sweat. You don't want to put too much product, but you want to just put enough. And then you take your setting spray and then you just spray and let that sit just like that, and it literally will lock that product in, lock the setting spray, lock the concealer, the foundation, the primer, lock it all in to give you that sweat proof, you know, sweat resistant makeup. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna finish doing the rest of my makeup, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna see, I'm gonna go outside, run my errands, and we're gonna see how this makeup lasted on my face. So yeah, let me go ahead and finish my makeup and then I'll check back in with you. Hey girls, so I'm back. I did all of my errands, and look at my makeup. It's still on for the most part. You know, I did sweat a little bit on my forehead, as you can see, but baby, the makeup is still there. You still see the dimension, you still see the structure on the face. Like it's still like very, it's still very much there. We're gonna do like the tissue test to see if the makeup comes off. So I'm just going to pat on my face. You see, no makeup. Now let's pat the other side. No makeup. Sweat proof, girl. Like, no makeup. So I'm telling y'all, like, sweat proof makeup. The makeup is still on and intact. And I was out for like maybe 4 hours. So out in hot, humid Texas weather, and it's in the middle of a tropical storm. If that isn't sweat proof makeup, I don't know what is. Anyways, I gotta go. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video. See you later.